No briefcase.
No. So what does that make me?
Dangerous.
Dangerous?
I could sabotage what you'd have in the briefcase, but I can't pilfer out of your head.
Was this a good pub?
I don't know. How do you measure pubs? It served us well.
Long closed?
Since the widow died, her nephew sold the licence and your crowd must have bought the rest.
There must have been quite a few people up here. One time, when it merited a pub.
Ah, one time. There was nearly as many people then as there are trees now.
Where did they all go?
Died. Any of them that didn't die went to live in the real world.
Real world?
Or got married somewhere else, or got work away from the land.
I see.
You married yourself?
No, at least not yet.
Time enough.
Time enough.
Indeed, it'd be time enough if you never got married. Isn't it a remarkable thing that neither...
Yes, that's right.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Pat Kelly, I own the land on the far side of the bridge from yourself and Paul Dolan. This is Mrs. Jackson, Annie Jackson. And happy days to you.
Well, thank you very much.
What is your name is?
Hopkins. Thomas Hopkins.
Well, there's one thing sure, Thomas Hopkinson. There'll be no mistaking you around here. If there's anyone looking for a Mr. Hopkinson, he won't be asked, which Hopkinson would you be looking for?
No, that's true.
When did you arrive?
Just yesterday. I arrived about...
Tell us, how much did you pay for the place? There's different reports. I'd say, no, you wouldn't have much change out of 60,000.
Well, I would really...
It's all right, and not as good as a wink. Can I get you a drink?
Well, it's a glass. I'm afraid I'm not too well organised as yet.
Thanks for the offer, but no, I'll be having dinner when I get home. I'm on my way home from school.
Oh, you go to school in town?
In Carrick, yeah. I'm doing the leaving this year.
Leaving?
Oh, of course, you wouldn't know anything about that. It's the GSE or the GAA or something in England, isn't it?
The GCS. That's the first exam, and then there's A-levels.
Yeah, that's what I'm at, in June.
What are your intentions afterwards?
I want to go to university in Dublin to study law.
Well done. A good ambitious choice.
And yourself?
Sorry?
What are your plans? What in the name of God are you doing in a dump like this?
Well, Francis, I'm here less than a day. I'll make it tidier in time.
I didn't mean that house. The place, the area.
Well, it's very peaceful. Almost idyllic.
It's peaceful, all right. It's dead as a doornail.
We're obviously looking for...
Try to stop us from starting the group. Good man.
But what bloody use is it going to be to us anyway?
Should we want to know that until we get torn into it? And if we don't do it, we only let the grant lying there. Are you coming down, Thomas?
No, Pat. I have nothing to contribute. I'll remain here and keep any company.
Oh, big God, we'll have this all over town by the night. The Englishman and the widow keeping company.
Oh, big God, you won't. I'm usually going to the bank next week to cash your cheque.
You needn't have any worries, Eddie. He won't go near the bank with any checks.
It's all right for you, Paul. The bank manager calls you by your first name. Mr. Kelly is all I get. We haven't seen you for quite some time, Mr. Kelly.
Are you having some difficulty with the bank, Pat?
To be honest with you, Thomas, no. But the bank seems to be having some difficulty with me.
They're being a bit unreasonable. They want to...
With her lessons. Lessons, Mother. Lessons went out with the ark. You sound ancient.
That's because I am. At least I feel ancient. Anyway, thank you, Thomas.
Not at all. It has been a pleasure. And Francis is extremely bright, very invigorating.
And Thomas, you are a genius.
Oh, dear. Don't let Pop Grant hear you say that. I'm afraid he might find some use for me.
That must have been a good joke.
Hello, Paul. No, it wasn't a joke. More an observation.
An observation?
Yes, about Pop Grant.
Saying Pat is no joke.
Oh, I know that.
The widow below has the best joke.
What's that?
She has Pat Grant, Thomas and Colin. Paddy the Irishman, Paddy the Englishman, and Paddy the Scotsman.
Dad, that's horrible. That's not funny, that's typical.
What is?
If you don't understand something, mock it.
And what do I not understand now, genius?
Well, I'm making a list here for you.
Will you stop it, the pair of you? Are you going to town or not?
I'm ready if she is.
Big game tomorrow, Paul. For Francis.
For us all, Thomas. Start of the finish, isn't it?
Well, the start of phase 2 anyway. Biology.
Ah, yes. Biology. The study of living organisms.
God, Dad, you're coming on. You've been in the dictionary again.
Come on, we'll be late.
Will you be back at 6?
We will. Sure, all we have to do is call to the chipper for a job and straight home.
You're forgetting if he doesn't up the rate, I'm not taking that job.
Don't turn it down, Francis. You won't get anything else.
Well, maybe Thomas will give me a job for the summer. Putting paper in his typewriter and sharpening his pencil.
I'm afraid you wouldn't find the rate of pay very attractive.
Ah, yeah. Job satisfaction. The company would be super.
But even better.
The size of the grant and get a headage payment every year.
Really? How much would it be?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'd have to check it.
I didn't know about that. Did you, Paul?
You have to think of your neighbours if you're going planting ground. Them old trees put acids into the soil and it spills into the fields around them.
Still, there's a lot of trees being planted.
Then it's not trees they are planting. They're headstones. This place will finish up a cemetery full of trees before they're finished. If the land was lying up against Pat, he wouldn't be as keen to plant it for you.
Ah, you just fire ahead, so long as I get a Christmas tree off it.
And what would you be doing with a Christmas tree? You want anyone to look at it?
I might have as many as you the year.
Easy, boys, easy. Talking of timber, Thomas, did you get Tom Sawyer that time?
Tom Sawyer.
Patsy Layden, carpenter.
Oh, yes. He's with me at the moment, doing excellent work.
Oh, talented man, Patsy.
Yes, very quiet. Hardly a word out of him.
How well that goes with the trade.
Yes?
Well, when you think about it, sure, Joseph the carpenter must have been the quietest man ever. A pure saint if there ever was one. Hammering away, making chairs and tables and whatever. And then the wife comes in and tells him she's expecting. And she won't tell him who the husband is because she knows it's not his. It's the Son of God, she says. And he's expected to swallow that. Then the young buck turns out pure useless. Won't even sweep the sawdust off the floor from only preaching and teaching and doing all sorts of tricks with water.
Yes, stop it.
Stop.
The next thing is, he arrives back in the house with 12 latchicos slinging over. The mother has to cook the grub for all. Still, there's no record anywhere of poor old Joe ever saying boo to a goose. So is there any wonder carpenters are quiet men, huh?
The Vatican should be informed about you.
I think Pat is on the cannon's hit list this year.
I'm thinking of buying the car from Patsy.
The cow.
The Hillman.
Yes, I have to go to Dublin fairly regularly, and it seems a waste using public transport. The price seems quite reasonable.
Sure it is.
And
Good man, Patsy.
he has a tow bar, and he put it on for free.
Good man, Arish. Is he going to put the tow bar on the front or the back?
Sorry?
Nothing. Be sure if you take the car to Dublin not to wash it till you get back.
Why?
And I need a bit of dust or clay you pick up around Dublin, bring it back with you. Any extra bit of land is valuable around here.
Don't mind them two playboys, Thomas. You have a nice fruit garden up north.
Excellent.
I think, Thomas, Callaghans Place is getting to you at last. You're listening too much to the birds. You have them on the brain.
Now, look at the logic behind the argument. Declare war on America. Send a unit off to bomb Boston, making sure, obviously, the Americans know who they are and that they are coming. The Americans could capture them, and then, in turn, the Americans could drop a bomb on some vacant bogland in the west of Ireland. At that point, you surrender. Surrender! Yes, yes. History indicates what happens next. Look at Germany. Look at Japan. After they surrendered to America, the United States poured billions of dollars into the redevelopment of those countries. Look at them today. I tell you, you wouldn't recognize the place in 5 years.
Aren't you forgetting one thing?
What?
Supposing we won and they surrendered.
How did that possibly happen?
You see, the English always underestimate the Irish.
Drink?
No, I've the car, they might be out. Have one you, Thomas, if you like.
No, I'm fine. I'll go with you.
That was a bushy invention. War on America.
Irish and the English are great inventors. Soccer, rugby, cricket, they invented all them. And then they had to invent Scotland and Wales to make sure that if someone they could beat playing them.
Touche! Well done, Pat.
Come on, we'll go. Good night.
Safe home.
Frost. Huh? A number of fingers. Frost.
Well, fuck you. If you have any friends in America, fuck them too.
Oh, it's a beautiful place, Thomas, with a lovely long golden beach. I wanted to walk the length of the beach, but the tide was in. So while the rest of them were playing in the sandhills, I set off walking through the water.
Why?
I didn't want to wait for the tide to go out to walk the beach. I wanted to do something, anything, before anyone else. Of course, I was brought back, slapped for being bold, and told to wait for everyone else. What would anyone ever have achieved if they waited for everyone else? But that's what my life has been about, waiting for the crowd. I'd like to leave something behind. A trace of having been here, a mark in the sand.
But Mary, France is your monument, your imprint on the world.
I never was anything. I never did anything. I'd like to see Chelmsford. I looked for it in Francis's atlas. It's in Essex, isn't it?
Yes. But believe me, Mary, you would be disappointed.
No. I know what disappointment is. No need to look that one up in the dictionary. When I did geography in school, I was obsessed with Madagascar.
Madagascar?
Yes. Have you been to Madagascar, Thomas?
Oh, yes, it's beautiful. You would not be disappointed with Madagascar.
Oh, I knew that. Oh, I'd love if someone would come and sweep me off my feet and take me to Madagascar. I'd like a different definition of love, out of a different dictionary.
Well, that can happen yet.
Some chance. Are you going to run away with me, Thomas?
Now, Mary, we both know that's not possible.
Oh, it is possible, Thomas.
But you know, I walk across a floor of rusty razor blades in my bare feet. I was bringing her down today to sort out the job for the summer. And she says, well, that's the leaving over, thank God. And I just thought to myself, that's the leaving start.
Can I give you a bit of advice, Paul?
What?
Now, don't take this the wrong way. And if you get up in your high horse, I'll shut up. But I can only tell you my story, not yours. Let the daughter go. Leave her off. She'll make her way. You'll have to accept that she'll go out into the world and meet fellas, date fellas, maybe even go to bed with a fella.
Shut up!
Jesus, if you're ever charged with having patience, I'll appear for the defence. Listen, you need to hear this and remember it. You need fellas. She'll come home to you someday with a fella and she'll say she's going to marry him. And let him be black or white or the colour of the county jersey, and whether you like him or hate him, say nothing. You are not her proprietor.
As he said.
As he said. This much more I'll tell you. Let the daughter go and you'll keep your wife.
My wife?
Yes. Don't take your eye off the ball. That's what happened to me.
How do you mean?
Look, you had Mary before you had Frances, and you'll have her after. Don't let her think that you think more of her daughter than you do of her. Don't devalue Mary.
You're a pat, you're talking shite. Mary's my wife.
And Rita is mine, but that don't count. How much do I see of her now, huh?
Go down and collect Frances.
Where is she?
There's a party in the hotel for the lady. Mrs. Boys are on the beer.
Is she drinking any of yours?
No.
Well, then shut up. The lease on her is up. Anyway, there's too much carry on about these leaving students drinking. I was below in the hotel last year when they were in it. I saw the whole carry on. Jesus, I drank more the day of my confirmation. You'll be back?
No, I'll go home. I'll be down tonight.
Look, bring Mary with you. We haven't seen her for ages, and it'll be a good night to bring her out. We had a game at 25.
Right. Right, so. Right, I'll do that.
And bring the Englishman. We'll show him how to play.
No, Pat. You know, tonight I think I'll leave him where he is.
Right, so.
See ya.
See ya.
How much is it?
I don't know. Can't be any more than 20 euro.
Well, let me lend you 20 euro.
I know, I can't let you do that.
Why not? It's only a loan. You said it yourself. Until next week.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Thomas, you're the one off. A jewel.
Stop.
You're the nicest person I've ever met.
Go now and get the present.
I'll go by the rickety bridge, in case I bump into him.
Yes, do that. A good idea.
And Thomas, if he calls here, you have to swear you didn't see me.
All right.
Swear.
All right, on my word, woman.
Good boy.
Francis, I envy you today.
You envy me. Why?
Starting out in life. Full of optimism, dreams, hopes. Don't lose that out. Stay optimistic. No matter what happens, believe in yourself always. Believe in life.
I can never thank you for all you've done for me.
Nonsense, Francis. It was nothing.
Yes, it was. All the help with the bits and pieces. The poetry and that. And what you said to me today.
It was nothing. I was going to say that I'd do it for anyone, but I'm not sure if that's true. Francis, you are a very special girl. Don't ever forget that.
There. Didn't I tell you we were going to be great mates?
I'll call you in the morning. Look, somebody has just come in. I must go. No, I'll tell you then. All right. Yes. Yes. I'll talk to you then. Hello, Paul.
Have you seen Frances?
Today?
Yeah? Was she here?
Did she not have an exam?
Oh, only something short. This morning. The last one.
Well, then, she must have went with a class to celebrate. unwind.
She did. They were in the hotel, and when I went looking for her, they told me that she had come here to see you.
She might have thought I wasn't here and gone up home.
She's not at home.
She must be still in town.
Maybe. I'll go back down and see if I can find her.
I'm sure she's quite safe.
Why shouldn't she be?
Of course. No reason. Can I get you something? A cup of tea? Coffee, perhaps?
No. I want no tea or coffee.
I'm sorry, Paul. I have nothing stronger.
I want nothing from you, Englishman. Only that you leave my daughter alone.
Sorry?
You leave Frances alone.
Paul, I haven't touched your daughter.
No, and you won't either. I'm her father, and you remember that. What do you think it's like for me to go into a crowd of youngsters down in the hotel, and when I ask them where Frances is, they tell me that she's gone up to see her boyfriend. And they're giggling, laughing at me. I won't have it. I'm a father, and I won't have it.
Paul, I assure you, my only interest in Frances is to see her do well, to get the best possible result she can.
For what?
For what? How do you mean?
Best results for what? So that she can leave, go away, leave this place.
Paul, that is the nature of things. Young people must leave. There is nothing here for Frances. She must go.
I didn't.
You are the exception that proves the rule.
What the fuck does that mean?
Your trade, your profession meant that you stayed. Without that, you'd have gone. Look at Pat's family. Brussels, Birmingham.
What will become of us at all?
What's wrong, Paul?
What are we going to do without her? What am I going to do without her?
Paul, she'll be home regularly.
Goes. What about this? The writing? Jesus. What have you done? That's her pencil case.
No, Paul.
What have you done to your bastard?
No, Paul, I'm not supposed to tell you, but there's a very simple explanation.
What have you done to my child?
Look, Paul, she's all right. She left here to go to town.
Jesus.
No, Paul.
You liar, you.
No.
When I asked you if you'd
No,
seen her,
Paul.
you said you hadn't.
No, Paul.
When I get here and get her ready to leave.
No,
and then let her...
I tell you, on my word of God, she's going to buy your present, a new pipe.
A present?
No, Paul.
For me?
Paul,
Are you
listen.
sick?
Paul, listen.
She never bought me anything in her life. Where would she get the money?
I lent her €20.
What did she do with that?
You have to listen.
What did she do with that? Huh? What did she do with that? You fucking pervert! You fucking pervert!
So, what happened?
Oh, what do you think happened? There was a court case. Hey, what are we doing back here?
Out of the rain. It just seems natural to finish the story where you started. Anyway, there was a court case.
Oh, Paul was charged with manslaughter. It was thought he'd been charged with murder, but no. He got 3 years. He was out in less than 18 months.
He got off alive.
How?
18 months.
3 years he got. He got off lighter than Hopkinson did, I suppose, anyway. He'd probably have got more, only it was an Englishman.
Why did you say that?
Oh, there was no one to speak up for the dead man. Create a hullabaloo, demand more.
Still, no matter what jail he got, he's serving a life sentence in his head in a way.
Maybe.
And the wife and child?
Oh, she saw her chance, the wife. He wasn't inside 5 minutes when she had the place for sale. Want to be near him, she said. Your crowd bought the place, and she went off in a cloud of dust and never set foot here since. Only the once, when the widow died.
The widow?
The woman that owned this place, Annie Jackson, got a pain, went to Dublin, riddled. 6 weeks she lasted, the crater. Grand, decent woman she was too.
What about the daughter? Did she do law?
And how could she do law for what he did? She got married about Dublin, had a clatter of children. The mother sees after the children while she works in some office. Poor Paul worked in a factory up to the pension. Imagine a man like that, stuck in a factory here, smothering. Lord, what a waste.
Why was the place burned?
Settle for the news you got now, why?
The whole thing was a waste, wasn't it?
Ah, that's life. That's what happens when you won't let go of something that's pulling away from you. It'll bring all with it.
Any sign of you letting go?
What?
I suppose there's no point asking you the usual question. You won't sell.
How do you know?
Ah, you're as happy as Larry.
Being happy as Larry is fine as long as Larry is happy. No, I won't sell.
I'll be back again, you know. Or someone else.
I know you will. I'll still be here.
What's the point?
The point is, it's what I know. It's my place. I'm entitled to live here, to die here if I want. I know I can go to London or America to live any time I want, but this is where I want to be.
America?
In the jungle, still fighting the war. They said to him, come out of that, you daft little bollocks, the war is long over. So he came out, but they were telling him lies. The war wasn't over, it was just the enemy had changed. So, I'm still here in the jungle, but I know the war will never be over, so I'll just have to keep going as long as I'm able.
And then?
And then, I'll still keep going. Now leave it at that. Come back to the house and I'll treat you to the finest glass of poachine you ever drank.
Poachine?
Aye. And then when you go back to the smoke, you can tell them you drank jungle juice with the Japanese soldier and there's no sign of the horse surrendering. Come on.
Thank you.